Alright. Hello everybody, welcome back to Spyro the Dragon. On our way to the Magic Crafter's world. One of the more weird ones. Less straightforward, I guess. I think this is the one where they start introducing the supercharge and the fairy flame. Don't actually know what I guess super flame, maybe? I don't know, they don't really say. Because in the original, it's really just like not. I don't know. One of the dragons might mention something, but like overall, there's not really that much of a thing to it. It's like, hey, fairy kisses you, you get really hot fire for some reason. Oh. Well, why not, right? Same way we started the Peacekeeper world was me immediately fucking dropping into the water and dying off of the fucking landing pad. Ugh. Can't believe that. I really hope that doesn't keep repeating itself. It's going to be really fucking annoying. I should learn to start just by charging, because he always is facing the right way to begin with. So if I just charge, right, I should be good. Ooh. Like, I have a feeling that he barely missed that. This guy is fucking annoying. Because, like, these tunnels are obviously, like, very, like, tight. Oh, look at that. You have armor on as well. Did not see the armor. Bonk, bonk. And apparently you're faster at attacking than me. What? Since when?
Welcome to Magic Crafters. I want you to release the dragons, reclaim our treasure, and recover the eggs from those pesky blue thieves.
So the same thing I've been doing now. Okay, let's get this lined up a bit better. There we are. Okay, so now if I... How the... I know there's a way to get him. You just gotta like take the corner, like one of the corners really tight or something. That's what, yeah. You just gotta be like right at the corner, because then obviously when he goes to turn, he'll just run straight into your flame. That's what it was. Alright, then you got these guys here, who don't actually attack you, I don't think. But they do, like, weird shit to the ground. So yeah, like, them by themselves, I don't think they have, like, an actual attack ever. I think this is, like, all they do is just, like, raise platforms and shit, basically. Oh, fuck. But, you know, obviously, if they take one of those guys up with them, although those guys don't seem to have a ranged attack, despite them having a staff and pulling out a fireball. Ah. Goodbye. But yeah, this world is cool. I like this world. It's weird. It's because like this game is bright and colorful and everything, obviously, but for some reason, as a kid, right, it was always this world, like, this world here seemed to be, like, the turning point to me as to, like, the game became darker. Which you would, you know, doesn't really make sense looking at it. Oh, fuck, almost got him. Oh. There it is. I almost actually charged that guy. Which doesn't make sense, but once we get into like the actual levels, and it could just be that it was like the PS1 graphics, you know, that did it. That was like, oh, you know, now it looks like dark and depressing. So it may, well, I wouldn't say dark and depressing, but like in my memory, right? Like that's what it just seemed like to me. So this here is a supercharge pad. This guy up here will explain it, I'm sure. Xantor.
When you see arrows like these, you can charge along with them to begin a supercharge.
Supercharge? Excellent.
Go ahead, try it.
So the supercharge serves multiple purposes. One of which is it will... Hang on, I need to... remember where that cave was. Right there. Now, do I need to do it from up there? I think I do. One of which is, you know, as its name implies, supercharge. It does make you go faster. And along with that speed, it also allows you to break stuff that you normally wouldn't be able to break. Well, apparently I need the key first. I forgot this was a key chest in here. I thought that it was the key that was in there and the chest was somewhere else. Oh well. But yeah, so it... Because see, as you can see, the... Oh my god, Spyro. There we go. Some of these wizards are a little bit... I can't remember what they're called. I don't think they're called wizards. I think they're called something else. But they're pretty quick on the draw. Like, they can get their walls and shit up pretty good. Oh my god, there's the flight. See, I told you they weren't really hidden after the first, well, one, really.
This portal leads to a special place where you can learn to fly. I remember when I was a young dragon, earning my wings.
Learn to fly. Got it.
Except you don't ever really learn to fly. Ever. Although I think there is actually a Spyro game at some point where you can actually fly as them. For all I know, it's like the Elijah Wood one, but I never made it very far into that one. Was not my favorite. And by not my favorite, I mean not. Was that a... Oh, that's just a fucking solid chest there. Oh yeah, and then you get these little wizard dudes. The lightning wizards. Who apparently aren't really there or something. I don't know. What is this one? Wizard Peak. What was he chasing? Is he chasing his own cloud or running away from it? Weird. But yeah, like those chests there. I can't... Oh, wait, that's right. This is where the key is, right? Yep, bonk key. I think that the way you have to get that key is to get that chest is to supercharge all the way, like, from the first supercharge. Although, looking at it now, that seems like a fairly tall order with that corner in there. But, you know, I'm sure it'll go fine. I'm sure I'll get it on the first try. But first things first. Because, yeah, like those chests there, it can't be broken. You know, you need like a missile to do it, or you just need to be running insanely fast with your horns down. Because apparently the faster a dragon goes, the more solid it becomes. Although I guess in real life that happens with stuff to a point, right? Oh shit, I was kidding when I said I'll probably do it first try. I really didn't expect that. Can't remember though. I can't remember what the name of the name of the dude is for this. Like the boss dude for this world. Blowhard, that's what it is. Because Blowhard has like a really weird, where's the guidebook? Skill points. Yeah, Blowhard. They're called druids, by the way. Ride a druid platform for 10 seconds. Which is literally just stand on one of the platforms that the druids move within the level, and that's it. Like, just stand there. Oh, they actually aim up. Did not think they did that. 300. Oh, also I'm assuming I got... Oh, wait, there it is. Yep, got everything. Alright. It's very tempting to start with the boss. But I mean, even as a kid, I'm literally playing this the exact same way as if I was a kid. Which is, I go through, I complete the home world, I guess you could call it. And then I go back to the beginning and I head through the levels in the order that they, you know, show up. Don't know why, but it's what I do. Okay, so while we're going through Alpine Ridge, hopefully it'll keep loading in the background. Looks like it does. Charge through the 4 armored druids in a row near the levels. Oh, okay. In Alpine Ridge, detonate the 3 explosive chests on the pillars. So that's just 100% it, basically. That's easy enough. And then the next one was metal spiders, which will come into play. But, you know, just like regular enemies, they do drop treasure. So to 100% the level, I'll have to kill them as well. So, I mean, piece of cake. Well, since we're still going. Caves, Wizard Peak, Egg Thief, Crystal Flight. Oh, look at that. Crystal flies direction fairies again. In the level. Okay. Piece of cake, then. Not that many of the achievements in this game. Granted, I haven't looked ahead past, like, the world I'm on. I did fuck up with those 4 guys at the beginning, but that should be... Oh, God. But I mean, that should be fine, because they'll respawn. It's like the dogs, except, you know, fucking massive. Oh no, he's moving a platform. Dumbass. Haha, dumbass. I'd forgot that those guys actually move towards you. Because not a huge amount of the enemies in this game actually, like... Well, I guess most of them do. Yeah. No, never mind. That makes sense. Yeah. It's just like most of the time you end up killing them so fast that, like, they may as well not be moving. Wow. Bonk, bonk. I love the noise these guys make when you kill them. It's a weird, it's a strange noise. But it sounds like they're saying ow, or it's like ow, ow. You know, which I guess is kind of sociopathic that I enjoy it the way they say ow, but you know, still, whatever. Don't care.
Oh, Spyro, you're not afraid of those big, noisy, gigantic, awful beasts, are you?
Of course not.
Oh, good. I didn't think so.
Okay. See, then you got shit like this, because now I can get over there. Oh yeah, the ice wizards. I got 3 wizards doing shit over there. So yeah, like from this point, this is actually a weird level, because like you actually have like a split path here, because I can glide down to there and fuck with them, or I can glide over there. But I do believe that it's not really a split path. It's one of those things where it's like kind of a split path, but in reality, well, obviously if you want everything, you would have to go both ways, because there's enemies both ways. But it's like if you glide from there over to there, it's just shortens the level. Like that's pretty much it. Because like, oh, there's a 3rd wizard. I missed that. I think in one of the... Oh, it's Spyro 3, I think you can actually do one of the Sparks levels, and he actually gets like an extra hit. Also, is this a sheep and a rabbit? No, not. Just like the way its ears looked weird. Now these guys here. See how... That's actually a good amount of time. For some reason, I remember... There must be more of these later. Something to do with those stairs later. Or not these stairs, obviously, but like stairs like that. Because I remember it being like a pattern that you had to follow, you know? Fucker. Asshole. Because, you know, when they jump, if you're flaming, you know, the flame goes underneath them. Doesn't, yeah. I need to get into that cave over there, don't I? But how... does one do that? Don't remember. Oh no, he blocked it up. If only he would lower it again so I could get through. Dumbass. So I guess most video game enemies, right? It's like, oh no, they've blocked my path. Oh wait, never mind, they've opened it again. We're good. Hey buddy, goodbye. So yeah, you need to blow up those 3 things on there. Which is, I don't know. I guess it would be kind of hard to make achievements for this game, right? Because, like, the game isn't hard. Like, for the 2nd and 3rd one, all they would have had to do was, like, the skill points, right? Like, you get the obvious ones out of the way first, that it's like, hey, 100% the game, you know, because it's not a hard game.
Thank you for releasing me.
Yeah, you're welcome. But yeah, like, you get that obvious one out of the way. A couple of the other ones, like... Well, I guess, like, if I did achievements for this game, it would be, like, complete each world, which they didn't really do. Like, basically, like, they have one achievement that's kind of like that, which is ride on balloonist. That's really the only thing, because obviously you can't ride on the balloonist until you've completed the world. Honk. Got him. Couldn't see him. I was honestly a little worried that he was like already in the air, but whatever. Fixed it. Because yeah, like that's the only one that's like, hey, complete the first world, you get an achievement. But then again, I guess, because like there's not a whole lot that you have to do to complete each world, you know? Because like I said, you don't even have to like play all the levels. So I guess, I don't know. They did a lot with like hidden stuff, right? Because like that's what it seems like. There's the one to like for high caves or whatever, flame the hidden painting.
Great work, Spyro. If you keep this up, you'll learn all the tricks of the Magic Crafter's world.
But I guess the way they did it, I mean, is basically 100% the game. Because, like, I mean, doing this, right? Like, you have to do this. If you... Oh. Maybe not that exactly. Thought you could make that. Apparently not. But it's, I guess, yeah. Because it's all stuff that you have to do to 100% the game, so... I'm not actually sure if there's one for 100%ing the game, but... I would imagine so. Get it this time. There we are. That's... Oh, bullshit! I was there! Fucking prick. See that lives aren't really gonna be... Like, they're not even popping up to say, like, hey, Tink, you lost a life. I have no idea how many lives I have. I imagine I have enough. Because I don't plan on dying very much. I will say, yeah, I have 22 lives. Out of all the worlds, this world here will be the one that I die the most in. Like, this will be the most deaths that I have in this game. Will be in this video. Guaranteed.
Remember that these blue thieves have stolen eggs outside the Magic Crafter's world as well. Don't worry, I'll take care of them.
I've been taking care of them. There we are. Well, well, now I don't remember if these things, they do. I was just gonna say, I don't remember if these things hurt you if they get you. They did. They did. Fuck. It booped me right off the fucking ledge, it did. I feel like they changed this flight a little bit. I'm reasonably certain that from, like, the point up there, you could reach these platforms. Oh, God. Oh. I feel like that one also didn't give me very much time last time. But yeah, I could have swore that from up there you could reach all three, like you could land on this platform from up there. Oh, God. Okay, so Dickhead's up there. Go through. He's one of the ones that have the paths. I don't think that the thieves really show up in the second game. I don't think the thieves are in the second game at all. I remember them in the third game, but it's not the same thing. Because in the third game, it's all about the eggs. Okay, just get all my boxes. Alright, you prick, come here. Now that I've gotten all my stuff, I'm coming for you. You're in so much trouble. Probably gonna end up doing like 2 or 3 laps before I finally catch you. Oh. It's like a little bit of a pause there when he drops down. Like he doesn't expect me to drop down with him. Which is weird because I don't know if I'm chasing him, why I wouldn't. Oh, oh. Got him. Only 2 laps. That's good. That, I remember that taking quite a few laps beforehand. Right, I just go. Yeah, like I remember that guy also being a pain in the butt. But yeah, like the Magic Crafter's world has always been, okay, like my kryptonite, where it's like, man, I'm so dead. And it's to nothing in particular. It's just like basically the whole thing. Like, that's the sad part. It's not even like this one thing in the Magic Crafters world is my kryptonite, just the Magic Crafters world in general. Like, the Beastmasters world has I can only remember like one level, and it's not that I die a lot in it, it's just like kind of annoying to do. Same with like the Dreamweavers world. There's nothing really particularly hard about it. Oh, that's the cave that I was looking at the beginning. It's just, you know, a little annoying to do a thing. Also, just realized I can apparently talk to the fairy. Should do that when I get back here. I'm going to go and try and charge those 4 guys again. I remember doing that all the time as a kid. First thing Magic Craft World, plow through those 4 dudes and just annihilate them. It's weird. There's a lot of these achievements, like the ones that aren't, like, basically you have to, like, that last one, blow up the 3 things on the 3 pillars. But, like, charge through all 4 guys in a row, right? Oh, fucking hell. If I could get used to the charge control, I'd be good to go. But yeah, it's a bunch of stuff like that, right? Where it's like, as a kid, I would always do that. And so it's like amazing to me that like that's an achievement. Bonk, 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 bonk. Achievement. Okay, now can I talk to you? Are you still Zoe?
Spyro?
Nope. All right. I guess that was an option beforehand in the original to replay the dragon. Not that there was much use for it. There are very few dragons that actually have... I think I talked about that last time. There are very few dragons that actually have anything worthwhile to say, and the ones that do, you know, it's like still very basic stuff, you know? And then there's like a huge amount of them that are just, thank you for rescuing me, and then they fuck off. Apparently, a lot of people, by a lot of people, I mean I saw a couple things about it on the internet, therefore assume that there's a horde of angry people in behind the comments, are apparently mad at this game because they didn't have subtitles for the dragons. Didn't realize that when I started playing it. Was not a thing that I realized. But here's the thing about it, right? I can see being annoyed by that. Because if I wasn't recording, I'd probably have the volume down really low, and I like having subtitles in my games, right? Because generally when I play, the volume's kind of low. See, like, here's the metal spiders. They look significantly cooler than they did in the original. So, you know, when a game doesn't have subtitles, it's like, oh man, come on. Ow, right, the whirlwind guys. Ow, hit another one. Alright, fuck you. Those whirlwinds, by the way, they just follow a specific path. Like, honestly, if you're not... It's easier if you don't charge, because they can't aim those as far as I remember. They just fire them off and it just goes. Ow. But yeah, but here's the thing about it, right? Because, like, I can understand being annoyed that a game doesn't have subtitles. I get it. That's perfectly natural. But, and now here's the part where they lose me, where it's like, your argument is invalid because you're dumb. They said that it was discrimination against deaf people.
Please do something about these green druids. They insist on moving everything in sight.
And it's like, alright, 2 things about that. First of all, not having subtitles in your game. I'm sure that decision had nothing to do with anybody at Toys for Bob hating blind people. Hating deaf people. Because that, like, dumb. Like, just shut up. No. Second, now, I didn't realize this, but I have read comments and thinking on it afterwards. It's true. Wasn't no subtitles in the original. That wasn't a thing in the original. So, you know, technically, they're keeping it closer to the original by not having the subtitles in it. Not a very good excuse. I know. I still, like I said, don't really agree with it because I like subtitles in my games. Make it... Oh, Spyro, you prick. What was the... And the other argument for it was that it would have cost them more money to put in the subtitles. Which, once again, it's like... Alright, yes, technically true. Same with like it wasn't in the original. It's like, alright, yes, technically true. And changing stuff that, and somebody was like, you saw how mad people got about how they changed Crash from the original. And it's like, alright, well, here's the thing. Adding subtitles and changing a hitbox and adding time trials to it, two very different things. Not at all the same thing. You know, like, nobody's gonna be annoyed for taking a game and adding subtitles. Nobody. Absolutely nobody. Oh. Huh. I wonder, is this the, Aha! Skill point. Found the painting. Alright. Oh. Oh, that's right, the fairies. So, if you see the little fairies that are following me here? That is because there's a lot of supercharging in this level. And there's a lot of this cliff in this level. So they have the fairies in there so that if you fuck something up... Oh no, you fell down. Don't worry, Spyro. We'll put you over... Oh wow, alright. All the way over here. At the start of the super jump, that is probably the thing that got you killed. Now, obviously in that situation it wasn't. As far as I know, you can even like immediately go again and they'll still be there, like even though you see them floating back.
I hate those bugs. When I become big and strong like you, I'll squash them all.
Until then, remember that supercharge makes you invincible.
Yeah, so there's two ways to defeat the spiders, because I don't remember if this is the part that links to the beginning or if this is the part that links to the ferry. So you can just sneak by them. And by sneak by, I mean very deftly dodge them as they come at you. Oh, did I know? There it is. Or, the way that I'm going to do it, is you can supercharge and take a hard left outside of it and plow through them. Like this. Bonk. Oh, there's another one. Bonk. Okay. I stopped because I think you can get to the ferry now. I don't know. Because the ferry is the easier way to do it. I'm pretty sure that you don't need the supercharge for them. But yeah, like if you come in here without the supercharge, you can just like, you can skip from the, like they can't get you when you're on these platforms. So you can just like run from little platform to little platform dodging them until you reach the bit with the ferry, and then you can get the super flame and just fuck them all up. Honestly, the first one's probably the hardest one to get past, but if you wait until he's like further down, because as you can see, it's like, oh, look at this. There's a spider there, but it's stairs, and it's 3 stairs. There's no way you're gonna super jump that. Prick. Which is technically correct. But the nice thing about the spiders is until you touch the ground, they don't activate. Like as soon as you touch the ground, they activate. But if you glide, it gives you a little bit more time. So now I need to get the wizard because the ferry is out that door. Well, also I think that your regular charge does make you faster than the spiders, but I'm not 100% on that. I also don't know why like a kiss from this ferry. Oh, look at that. Oh, dude. You look way cooler than you did in the original. Like in the, also that bar that they have on the right there, that is totally the bar from Spyro 2 that judges like your superpowers and that. Like in the original, all it did was just color swap or palette swap you to red. Like that was it. Like it was just, hey, you're red now. This makes you look so fucking badass. Now, as far as I know, the only point to that ferry right there is to kill those 2 spiders. Like, that's it. Like, there's absolutely no other point to that ferry than to kill those 2 spiders. Like, I'm going to try and make it to the last spider in the cave. And yeah, see, I can't even make it with the without the supercharge because he's too far away. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe I can, though. If I go up to the ferry, right? It's mainly because I don't want to supercharge back down here because it's a pain in the ass, you know? Because I'm actually kind of shocked that I made that fucking left turn as well as I did. like, that left turn fucked me up so many times. But if I go up here, because if from here, I saw the ferry earlier. So from here, I can make it to the entrance of the cave, right? Because that's what that one is. When I said I didn't know if this linked the beginning of the level or to the ferry, as it turns out, it was both. I forgot that it was both. Because this here, I do believe, is the final spider. Yep, there it is. Well, achievement, boop boop. Arachnophobe. Defeat all metal-backed spiders. Now, these spiders, I will say, did look fully metal. Like, they didn't look like they had a metal back. In the original, because the graphics were so shit, they were really flat. And the only thing metal about them was their back. When you flamed them, they would flip over and show their undercarriage, which was, you know, soft bits. That. These things, I don't know. They have a lot of gems in them for some reason. I guess because they're technically dangerous. It's one of those things where, you know, technically you could die doing this, but in reality, you shouldn't, you know. I've been really iffy about my jumps because I've been playing a lot of, because I've been playing Mario Odyssey. And the last couple things I did, because I did the darker side of the moon and did that, and they have a bit with like the little glider creature that you can take control of. And if you hold forward on that game, he goes into a dive. So every time I go to do a jump, I don't want to hold forward. So that's why, like, when I hit the ground, I'm like dead stop, and then I move forward. Because it's like, it's just like a holdover from Odyssey, where it's like if I hold forward, I'm not making the distance I need to. Oh. Which is like an odd choice to make, like design-wise. There it is. But at the same time, well, no, I guess not. I mean, I can't really, like, if you're gonna have a game where you need to dive while you glide, or while you're flying, I guess hold up would make the most sense. I mean, can't really think of a game that did it any differently. Like, any game that I can think of right now that, you know, you flew or glided or anything and you went into dodge, it was always just hold forward. But since, you know, Spyro doesn't have an up and down outside of the flight courses. So how the fuck do I get out of here? Oh, right, duh. The fairies will save me. Hey, wow, they slide with you. All right, let's do it up. Ow, well, made it. That's the important bit, is I made it. Hey, Cedric, what up? Here to entertain me?
Try combining your supercharge with jumping and gliding, and really explore the high caves.
You don't say. Man, could that mean that there is more stuff somewhere where I need to do that? Could be. Also, could I... because I didn't need to run and jump to get to this cave. Alright. Apparently I could have just walked in like a while ago. That's interesting. I remember there being a bit... maybe it is just that big. Because I remember a couple of gems that I would constantly miss. I should be able to make that. If I don't, the fairies will get me. And it was like another one where it was like a super obvious thing. Oh, do I need to, no, that's just a regular one, right? Yeah, good. And it was another one where it was like, you would just miss them. You know, it's not like they were well hidden or anything. It was just like, oh, I didn't quite look that direction. I think I need to go over there with the super jump, is what he's trying to tell me. Because I don't see anywhere else. And glide. I honestly, that looked like I could have made it without the glide, but, you know, not gonna risk it. Hey, thief, man. Gonna run around a pool of acid water, eh? Fuck you. That's what I think about your plan. Bonk. Also, I like how the bits hitting them actually, like, start the fire on them. That's neat. Oh, level complete. Yeah, there is a couple things. I think it's when I first, like, when I flamed the painting, I first dropped down. I think it was the ones to the left of that I would constantly fucking miss. Ow. So that's good that I remembered that they were there this time. I don't know, I will say, I don't know, like maybe they pulled the camera back a bit or something for this game. But it does seem to be like I do seem to, or maybe it's just because I played it so many times that, you know, it just muscle memory at this point, or memory, I guess. But I seem to be like not missing the gems that I would always miss. Like, and even like the last time I played them, which was like last year, like I played the originals. I think I still ended up missing a few of those things. Bonk. All right, why not? The flight's here. Why not, right? I still can't get over how you looked with the super flame. That, I hope that they did that with all of them. Because like in number 2 and 3, you actually get like, there's like a huge range of power-ups. Well, not huge. There's like 3 or 4, but you know, still. I really hope they do something similar. Because there's also a supercharging too. But the supercharging here, like you got the fire on your feet. That was about it. There didn't seem to be much else. Hey, hey, got them all. Hey, bitch. Also, the fairies seem to like it when you flame them. I probably shouldn't have done that. Because, like, that almost guarantees I'm not going to make it now. Because I had to fly, like, a couple seconds out of the way. Which is a shame, but, you know, whatever. I figured I would go for it. I saw her. Oh, is that all of them? Nope. Oh, there was the last one. Well, oh, fucking... So all this shit is at least close together. Hey, get you. This I do not recommend. I do not recommend ever following behind any of the vehicle things. Oh, fucking hell. Because generally when you follow behind a vehicle thing, they're always going slower than you, but not by a huge margin. Oh, shit. Okay, there's that chest. There's that chest. And unless the thing's like up my ass, it's not hard. That was actually pretty good. If I hadn't flamed that fairy, I may have been able to do it. Although I do realize now that there was 2 planes missing and I hadn't got. And I only knew where one more was. Oh well. I'll cut out this attempt until I get back up to the planes, I guess. Okay. So that's all the planes. So now as long as I get all of the chests without fucking up too badly. I feel like they... no, maybe not. I was going to say, I feel like they adjusted the timers a bit, but maybe not. Because, I mean, I finished that with 12 seconds to spare. So probably not. All right. Going to go back in, get the fairies, get the... or is that achievement? Yeah, achievement. And I'll be back. Oh, apparently there was only the 2. So I very, very easily could have got those ones. Nah, I'm good. I got them all. We're solid. 2 fairies, eh? That was it? Yes, yeah. And apparently, I probably because I hit retry, not because I didn't hit quit. Because I only had to flame the one. I only had to go back in and flame the one that I had missed. So, I mean, it carries over at least a little bit. Which is good, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's see. What the hell is my other achievement? Egg Thief and... Okay, so I had 2 levels left. Because there seems to be 1 achievement per level. Which I guess would be their way of getting you to go through every level, but... Ow, fuck. But once again, if you're not going to worry about 100%ing the game, odds are you're not going to be too worried about doing achievements at all. So, I mean... I don't know how much that would get people to do. And most of the achievements aren't really difficult for the people who are, like, they're not really out of the way for somebody who's going to 100% the game anyway. So I guess they're maybe just a bonus for the people who are 100% the game. They're just like a little bit extra. Because, like, find the hidden painting in the level. It's like, all right, I guess. And then I guess that might make you go through the level a little bit more. With a little bit more time than you normally would. Alright, Wizard Peak. What is this one? I vaguely remember this one. Alright, fuck you. Oh, God. Hello, Mr. Lightning Guy. I think, like, basically the entire point of this level, kind of, or the entire point of, like, a section of this level is to kill that wizard. Oh, fuck, I thought I was far enough away. These guys have a hell of a reach on them, don't they? I do not remember any enemy in the game actually hitting me nearly that much. I realize that, like, getting hit 3 times doesn't seem like a lot, or twice, I guess. I would make it through, like, this entire game. And I think the last time I played this game, I maybe got hit twice throughout, like, the entirety of the game. Now, there's something with this bridge. Maybe. There's no fucking way I'm making that glide. So there must be something else. Maybe it's not this bridge. Oh. Oh. Aha! Goodbye. Ugh, picking up my own treasure like a pleb. Sparks, where are you? I need you to just do, like, the boring work for me. Pick up my shit. I need you to follow behind me and pick up everything I drop. Jarvis!
Welcome to Wizard Peak. This is my favorite supercharged spot. Use it to bash those wizards.
Alright, wizards. Bring it, bitches. Did I get the, I did get this. Alright. Oh god, there we are. Bonk. Oh. Oh, I wonder, you could probably supercharge through those as well. Probably don't have to flame those. So now I think, is this another? It is just another supercharge, yeah. Aha! See, I told you, there's a lot of supercharge in this level. Aha, I know how to get there. Bonk, bonk. You guys. And charge. And then leap. And glide. And barely make it. Wow. Oh, fuck. The fuck are you? Jackass, if you weren't laughing. Oh, that's the secret one. Oh, no! Defeat the hidden egg thief. No! Oh, fuck. Oh, look at that. They had fireworks and everything for me. Oh, that's a shame. One thing I will say, for the PS1, right? The checkpoint system was amazing. Every time you walked over a dragon thing, boom, checkpoint. Like, that was it. So, like, these guys are back. If I kill them and then walk over the checkpoint, they're not there anymore. Which was, for the PS1, fucking amazing to me. Oh, you're not gonna... See, he does this weird thing when he does the super... Or when I do the glide out of the supercharge. Which is, he does the jump really high, but then, like, as soon as I hit glide, he, like, drops an inch. Which is really fucking shitty. Yeah, reigniting. I still am slightly annoyed by the length of time it takes to restart. Oh. You don't drop. Oh, look at that. Okay, I forgot that the 1-ups just counted as 1-ups. Now, is there any reason to supercharge? No, it doesn't let you get any extra height, does it? Nah, it wouldn't. Get you. I'm surprised they didn't have one, because there's a thing that I would like to do, or that I like to do. Maybe it... There it is. Bonk. Which is just try and chain, like, all of the super charges together. Fuck you, buddy. I'm gonna hug the wall a little better than I did last time. Also, well, I guess I just return over here. Oh, or over here. Slightly lower. Ah, fuck you. I am shorter than the cliff. Yeah, go ahead. dumbass. I guess that's the reason why they have the extended reach, because you can bait them out. I mean, you can do the same thing like I did to, well, the rest of the big characters in the game, which is just charge into them and then flame like as you reach them, because obviously if you just charge, you're not going to work.
Well done, Spyro. Thank you for releasing me.
You're welcome. I like how much effort they put into all the dragons, like all the different dragons. Because like in the original, obviously, the dragons were different. Like they had big dragons and small dragons. Most of it though was just palette swap. Like there was a few of them that didn't really make. Yeah, that doesn't quite work, does it? I'm trying to remember how you get up to some of these things, but I just can't for the life of me. But yeah, I think I would do as a kid would be just like, or maybe I had to do it. Oh no! Fuck. Because I just saw the chest there on the right. Maybe it's something where it's like, you could take like a hard right out of that cave to get there. Or maybe it was that sometimes I'd miss the hard right and I'd like go jumping over the things because I didn't want to go out, like run back and then do it. Because yeah, there's that chest there. I thought I had got those guys, but I guess not. Oh well. Like I said though, this video, most deaths, guaranteed. Because like the Beastmasters is next, and there are some things in there that are like dangerous, I guess you could say. But overall, I would say this level way more likely to get me killed than any other level. Maybe that's what it is. I need to get in there. Save there. Up here. I don't know how many arrows you need. You obviously don't need all of them to get the actual supercharge. Oh, maybe I just need to stop gliding. I just like how they have like a sheep up here. It's like, one, how did that sheep get here? Also, I don't think that egg thief was there. I want to say that that's new. Like they may have added that specifically for that achievement. Because I do not, for the life of me, remember there being a thief there. I remember there being the gems behind it. But I do not remember the thief being there. So that's interesting that they would do that. But I guess, I mean, it's interesting that they would do that because it added an egg to the game, you know? Like it added an extra collectible. Also, what killed? Were these just like on the ground when I hit the checkpoint or something? That's weird. Yeah, oh, goody, another fucking platform. Or another fucking pool of water. Goodbye to you. Goodbye to you. And you. The nice thing about the bodies that I see that they kept in this game is the bodies don't count as anything. So like, you can charge through a like somebody that you just flamed. Oh, look at that. That was all the eggs. And that would mean in the game, actually. Nah, that can't be right. Really? Was there really no eggs past this point? Because yeah, like you can do shit like that, which, you know, isn't always possible in games. Like, if the body actually counted, you wouldn't be able to do that.
Listen carefully, Spyro. There's a secret area in the artisan's home world near the waterfall. Try jumping on the stones there.
Artisan's homeworld? Waterfall. Sounds good.
He has a piece of Eden in his head. Or between his horns. I don't think that's safe. Alright. So now all I got left then is the pricks up top. Now I might... Let's see if I supercharge up. Okay, I'm going to supercharge back up there and see if I can maybe glide to that other wizard. Because, like, there's a whole thing there with, like, because you got to go over the bridge, I think, to reach the platforms on the one side of it. Maybe. We'll see. Bonk. I mean, I see that there, but I don't... Can I land on that? I don't want to go for that, right? And then be like, oh shit, I can't land here. But at the same time, I don't want to not go for it now and then go for it later and be like, oh, that's all I had to do in the first place. Okay, it's not real. Yep, definitely not real. All right, just went right through the ground there. Honestly didn't expect that. I expected maybe to hit like an invisible wall like right before I reached it, or land on it and then like roll off of it for no real reason, actually. But, you know, just so that I couldn't sit up there. All right, so that's really all the eggs. I don't know. It doesn't say how many eggs. Or 12 does sound right, but I don't know. Maybe. I guess. I mean, I don't. Okay, so I can supercharge around here. Yeah, that was, I don't know what I was thinking. I had the map a little bit turned around. I was nowhere near where I thought I was. Hit you. Okay, so I need to get up there somehow. I don't seem to have... I mean, I have here, but obviously that's not going to help me get up there. And there's no way I'm making that glide, right? Like that's too far. It's definitely too far. But if I manage to supercharge around there and jump, I could definitely make that with the supercharged jump. Like, there's no way I wouldn't make it with the supercharged jump. But that doesn't seem right. Like, there's something like right on the tip of my mind, you know, where it's like, I know what I need to do here, but I just can't remember, you know? Because I'm reasonably certain that the supercharge is not, is not a part of it. Like, I remember the supercharge being like a lot in this level for obvious reasons. You know, it is, but yeah, see, like I can't, like, cause like the supercharge gets you, well, let's see. Well, I mean, it gives you a little bit more height, but not a lot. In the second game, I think it is, you actually get like a little bit of a hover ability, which, as you may know, or if you've played it, is a real lifesaver when you're constantly like shorting your jumps like I do. Okay, there's something else here I'm missing. There's like another super jump somewhere, or there's like another, or there's like another way to go up somewhere. Because I mean, if I, is it right at the, fuck me, that's what it is. It's right at the beginning. Fuck, now I feel dumb again. God damn it, Spyro, why do you make me feel dumb? See, it's simple stuff like that, where it's like technically, it's like kind of hidden, but not really, you know? Right here, because then here we are. See, I was looking for one of these, but I could not, for the life of me, remember where it was. I knew the supercharge, I said the supercharge has nothing to do with it, but I kept fucking trying to do supercharge things. I mean, you could probably, I think you glide from here to get that one guy. But I mean, you might be able to supercharge and get over to that platform. Like if you get to the bridge and then jump off to the right, you can probably reach it. Horrible way to do it. Don't do it. Just go to the beginning and jump to the left. Because I do believe that's also a very, very, well, since it's Spyro, worthless shortcut in the game. Spyro's a game where, like, you play Crash, right? If you can figure out a shortcut, great. Fucking beautiful. Then that's... Like, if all you're doing is trying to make it to the end, like you don't care about the boxes or anything, you find a shortcut, you're probably using that fucking shortcut. Oh, I also don't know why I went back here. I need to actually go back up there so that I can get up top again and glide over to the wizard. But Spyro, the shortcuts are worthless because if you don't want to do a level, you just don't do it. It's that simple. You don't need to. I mean... Because, like, the balloonists in that, all it is required is a certain amount of something. So, like, to leave the artisan homeworld, all you have to do is have a certain number of dragons saved. Like, that's it. There's no... Oh, I don't know why I did that. Now I gotta fucking go all the way around again, don't I? Oh, I guess I could have glided back over into there. Well, Like, there's no, like, hey, you have to save, you know, this dragon or a dragon from each level or anything. It's just save, what is it, like 10 dragons or something, you know? Nowhere near how many there are. Well, I guess it's kind of near. I think there's only like 14 dragons or something in the Artisan home world. But then in like this, then in Peacekeepers, you have to have a certain number of gems before the balloonist will take you to the next one. Then in this one here, I do believe you need a certain number of eggs to for this balloonist to take you away. And bonk, nailed it. You know what? I'm gonna glide to over here because I can. Yeah, and then for the, I don't remember what it is for the rest. It's just some combination of those, because obviously those are the only collectibles, right? Also, if I do a checkpoint with an enemy that's dead, does it not just keep them dead? Does it actually like re-kill them every time? No. I guess if you do a checkpoint with a pearl in the air though, it respawns the pearl for some reason. That's weird, but whatever. But yeah, so like magic crafters, I think you need a certain number of eggs, because as you can tell, there's a lot more egg thieves in this game, in magic crafters, than in the rest. Like there's 12 eggs total. I probably got, well, I mean, we can check once I land, but we got quite a few, just like in this level, or in this world. So one level left, all that's left, blowhard. Oh wait, no, not that. I wanted this one, guidebook. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, so there's 7. There's over half of the eggs are in this world. Like, oh, fuck. So, I mean, I imagine you need probably less than 7. You probably need like 5, maybe 6, like half of them, I guess. So, like, and then like with the Peacekeepers, I think you need like 1,200 gems to leave Peacekeepers. So even if you get all 1,000 in Artisans, you don't have, like, you can't reach Peacekeepers and then just immediately go to Magic Crafters. You have to do at least, I guess you would only have to do probably like the main hub. So maybe it's like 1,300. But then once you get to the Beastmasters, I think it's back to being like you need gems again to leave. And if you've 100% the game up until that point, you can just leave. Because there would have been no real way to program it, right? Where, like, hey, you need this much money to leave Beastmasters. And then if you haven't collected it up until that point, yes, you could. It would be a way to force them to backtrack. But I guess they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to force people to backtrack. So they just made like a number that would be achievable. I would guess based off, I don't actually know what they would have based it off of. I would guess they would have based it off of like, well, you had to have 1,200 or whatever to leave Peacekeepers, and you would have had to collect so many eggs in Magic Crafters. I go hard, fuck off. So, unlike the other bosses of the game, the skill point for him isn't to perfect him. Because like I said, this is the one where it's like, hey, just ride the druid platform. And I think it's because I honestly cannot remember what this guy does. Like, I think it's because he's actually too easy of a boss to perfect. Like, it could be because, or maybe it was like, it would have been too difficult to program in with how many enemies are in between. Because like the other bosses, like, there's enemies and then you reach the boss and then you fight the boss. Whereas this guy is you find the boss, you hit the boss, then you go through a bunch of enemies, you hit him, you find a bunch of enemies, you hit him, right? Altair, didn't we already have an Altair?
Thanks for releasing me, Spyro. You have no idea how long I've been trapped in Crystal. And, neither do I. Who are you again?
I'm out of here.
But yeah, so like maybe they didn't want to program it in because the other one's like perfect it. So, you know, to program that in, it would be like, hey, once player reaches this point, you know, if taken no damage between this point and this point, right? Whereas if they did that with this one, you could potentially take no damage from blowhard, but still get hit in between, right? Because yeah, he's just there. And once you reach up here, you know, I don't know what the point of the whirlwind there is, because I mean, well, I do. It's so that if you end up back there, there we go. So it's so that if you end up back there, you can obviously very easily get back to here. But at the same time, I don't know how you would get back there. To need to use that, you know? I hear people fucking powering up like something. Let's see, what does he do? Oh, that's right. That's what he does. He makes the little whirlwinds that fly over and try and zap you. I mean, as you can see, he was a terrifyingly hard boss to defeat. And 400 up 400. Wait for it. Achievement and 100% level complete. Right, collect 400 gems in the level. So perfect the level and then stand on a platform for a minute. Like that's it. Like that's how easy that boss is. Like that's how, like, we're technically over an hour now because I couldn't justify not doing the boss. Like that's how easy that boss is. The Beastmaster, I keep calling Beastmasters. That might not be what they are, but I think that's what they are. Also, they definitely brightened this place up. Like, this is a lot happier place than I remember from the originals.
For recovering so many of our dragon eggs. Hop aboard for the Beastmaker's world.
Beastmaker, not Beastmaster. Beastmaker's world.
Would you like to go?
No, I'll stay here for a minute. So yeah, that was the Magic Crafter's world. Like I said, most deaths probably in this whole series is going to be this video. The Dreamweavers and the Beastmakers are annoying, but not difficult death-wise. And then Nasty's world at the end, I honestly don't remember too much about it. I remember the fight with Nasty, and I remember the bonus world. I don't recall if there actually is any levels besides just boss fight Nasty. But yeah, that'll be it for this point. Next time, Beastmakers. There's a lot of big beefy dragons in there if I remember correctly. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time.